guys, my name is Megan and today I have my February wrap up for you. So I know this looks like a lot, and it was a lot to read this month. Because February, shortest month of the year, so I read 7 books and I DNF'd 1. So the first book that I read in February was Ready Player One. This was such an amazing book. I loved it. And I loved all the 80s references and all the high-tech stuff and like the espionage kind of things that are going on in this book. This book was amazing. Loved it. And I can't wait for the movie to come out. I think it's coming out next month. This is one of the best science fiction dystopian kind of novels that I've read in a very long time. This is such an amazing book. This got a full 5 out of 5 stars from me. The second book that I read in February was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I do have a full review for this one. I will link it to this video. This book was so sweet and amazing and just brilliant. I loved that this one kind of had elements of Harry Potter mixed with a couple of other superhero or like not superheroes but like chosen one type tropes, and I love the premise of this, and I love Simon and Baz together. They're so cute and so sweet. And I love that the message this book sends out is that it's okay to be dealing with your issues, and it's okay to not know things, and it's okay to be not okay. I just love this book so much. This got a full 5 out of 5 stars, and this one deserved so much more than that. So the next book that I read is one that I DNF'd, and that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I hated this book. I found the main character whiny and just, I know you're not supposed to really like her, but this was taking it a little far. This book, I just didn't like any of the characters. The only characters that I found interesting were ones that were maybe not even in the book a whole lot, like Jude's older sister. I loved her character. I wanted to know more about her. I wanted to know more about a few other characters like the ghost or the little rebel fairies that are trying to overthrow people. I wanted to know more about them than I wanted to know about Jude. If this had been about any of those other characters, I think it would have been okay, but I really did not like this book. I think I only made it a little over halfway, maybe about the halfway point, and I had to stop because I just didn't care. I didn't like it, and I just wanted it to be done. I skim-read through most of it, and it didn't change my opinion at all. I know this book has been super popular, but I didn't like it. I just did not like it. The fairies were super... I mean, I know fairies are supposed to be cruel, but this was just excessive. And these characters were just... Like I said, if this had been about anybody else besides Jude and Carden, I probably would have been okay with it. But Jude and Carden, didn't like them, didn't want to deal with them. And I don't think I'll be reading anything else if this is a series, I won't be reading anything else in the series. I gave this like a 1.5 out of 5 stars because it was just bad. For me, it was bad. Following that book, the one that I read next was The Son of Neptune. This book was just so good. I loved having Percy back as the main character. I loved getting to meet all the characters at Camp Jupiter. All of them were amazing. I love them. And I love Frank and Hazel. They're just so cute and sweet. And Frank is just like the biggest cinnamon roll ever. And Hazel's a little badass. I don't know, I just really like this one. And I liked getting to see tons of new gods and new characters. So the Greek gods in their different aspects as Roman gods. I loved them, and it's all just very interesting to me, and I can't wait to get my hands on the next book because I know it's going to be amazing because everybody gets combined finally and we can see where everything goes. This one got a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So the last 4 books that I read this month, these are all the Protector of the Small series. So this is the 3rd quartet of books in the Tortallon saga. These are my favorite by far. This set of books has been my #1 favorite book series of all time since pretty much forever, and I will be doing a full series review for these, so keep an eye out for it. So the first one, First Test, this one is the shortest book out of the series, and I flew through it maybe 5 hours interrupted. So this one we meet our main character Kel as an 11-year-old, and she is basically the first girl to actually try for her knighthood since Alana. This is her first year as a page, and basically she's put on probation because she's a girl and she's the first one to try for it. And basically Kel puts up with so much shit from all of the boys that are trying to make her leave. And if you want a real female empowerment book, this is the one that I suggest you read, and the rest of these, because these are amazing and they will show you just how badass a girl can be in the face of adversity and prejudice and sexism. And Kel has been my hero since I was probably about her age. I probably started reading these maybe when I was 11 or 12, and to have a girl be, like a girl my own age, be this strong in the face of all of that, that's like one of the best role models you could ever have. So basically in this book, Kel goes through her first year of page training, and she shows those boys girls can be just as good as them. And she is a total badass, and she's the sweetest person. She cares for people that get overlooked. So she cares about the servant, she cares about the animals when most nobles don't in this kind of world. Seriously, Kel is just amazing. She's like the role model you wish you had when you were a kid. So anyway, that was, ooh, my heart. So this first book got a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Book 2, Page. So this is the rest of Kel's page training, and this book covers 3 years, I think. So the core friend group that develops in this book is simply amazing. I love Neil, Cleon, Merrick, Owen, Esmond, Seaver. I love them all. They all just kind of band around Kel because she's so nice and sweet in the face of all the shit that gets thrown at her, and the sexism and the prejudices and people trying to make her quit. So the boys are just the goofiest bunch of people you've ever seen, and they love Kel. They treat her like a sister or just like one of the boys, and it's so sweet and I love them. This one also got a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So the third book, or one of the last books I read this month, Squire. So this is book 3 in the Protector of the Small Quartet. This book is a lot longer. So this one covers the 3 to 4 years of Kel being a squire to Sir Lord Raoul of Golden Lake, who is one of my favorite characters. So this one we get to see interactions with a lot more like military type characters, and Dom gets introduced in this one, and I'm a huge Kel and Dom shipper. Like, they're my #1 OTP out of this entire saga. Kel gets underestimated a lot by some of the older military. She blows them out of the water with her skills and her command, and she's a total badass in this book. And this entire book is just amazing. This one is perfect. So this one got a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I read this month is Lady Night. So this is the final book in the Protector of the Small Quartet. If anybody asked me what my absolute favorite book was and I had to pick one book, this is it, because this is the culmination of all of Kel's hard work, the 3 books previous to it, and basically Kel is a complete badass. There's a war going on, and this book deals a lot with refugees and a lot of aspects of war that people don't often get to see in a fantasy world, and I love Kel to bits in this book. She's just amazing, and she breaks the law, and she disobeys direct orders to go and save her people. And this one got a full 5 out of 5 stars. So these are all the books that I read this month. Let me know what you guys read. And what was your favorite book? My favorite book by far has to be Lady Night. It was the perfect way to end February with a book that I love to pieces. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. You can also hit the notification button to get notifications when I post a new video. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, check out the links down below. And also keep an eye out for my series review for the Protector of the Small Quartet. It will be out soon. Alrighty, bye guys!